In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the ignition coils on your Toyota Highlander, located in the engine compartment. On this V6 Highlander, there will be 6 ignition coils. 3 of them are located on the front under this cover. Lift the cover straight up. Put that out of the way. The front 3 ignition coils are located just here. The process for doing these is taking the connector off, squeezing this clip and pulling back, and then taking off this 10mm bolt, and then the coil will slide straight up. The ones on the back are a little more difficult to get to, and that is the one that we will be filming. The coil we're going to do is going to be located right here on the back of the engine. We're going to reach around and find this bracket right here. This is holding on the intake. We're going to have to take this bracket off to be able to get to the ignition coil under it. Using a 12mm socket, we're going to take off this bracket bolt right here. And there's one more bracket bolt located right here where my thumb is. I'm going to use a long 12mm to get under this harness to break it free. Remove this 12mm bolt. Once you have this bolt loose on the back of the intake, go ahead and take it off. Using one hand to pull up on the harness while I remove that 12mm bolt. Once you have that bolt out, go ahead and take the whole bracket out. We're going to remove the connector off of this coil. Push down on this top tab right here and pull back. Push down right there and pull straight off. Put that to the side. Now we're going to take a 10mm and take off this bolt right here. This bolt is for the coil to hold it down. And get it nice and loose. Then I'm going to spin it out with my fingers. Now that the bolt's out, you can wiggle the coil back and forth. Put a finger under here and pull straight up towards the back of the car. It's suctioned in there kind of good with a grommet, so it can take some force, but it will come out. Grab your new coil. Get your arm back into position. Put the coil in the hole. Push it all the way down. And then install the 10mm bolt. Make it finger tight. Snug it down. Put the connector back onto the coil. Push until you hear a click. Grab your bracket and use one hand to pull up on this harness. I'm going to start the other 12mm bolt that goes to the valve cover. Make those both hand tight, or get them as close as you can just to avoid having to stick a ratchet back there and keep ratcheting. And I'm going to switch to a ratchet with just a little bit more leverage to get both of those bolts tighter. This is the coil that we just did. The other two on the back of the engine are just here. And the last one is just over here. These two take a little bit more arm to reach. However, they don't take as much work because you don't have to pull a bracket off. You only have to pull the bracket off for this one. Rinse and repeat that process for all 6 coils. Install the engine cover. Easiest thing to do is kind of line it up with the oil cap. There's grommets on the bottom. You'll feel them line up and then push down. You'll hear it kind of click into place, and then you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.